What is going on in the hip-hop world right now? Because the internet is straight up melting down after Kendrick Lamar just did something that nobody saw coming. This man didn't just drop an album, didn't just announce a tour. Nah, Kendrick Lamar just made history with something called GNX. And people are saying it's about to change music forever. Some fans calling it genius. Others calling it the beginning of the end for the rap game as we know it now. Before y'all roll your eyes, let me tell you, this is not your regular rollout. We're talking secret meetings in Silicon Valley, leaked NDAs, strange messages on Kendrick's socials that disappeared after 10 minutes, and even rumors of a fallout between him and some of his closest TDE family. It's got drama, betrayal, wild innovation, everything hip-hop thrives on. And get this, sources are saying Kendrick's ex-business partner, who used to help him run PG Lang, just went live accusing him of playing God with music. Fans are losing it. The comments are a battlefield. People saying Kendrick's either the savior of creativity or a sellout who's about to destroy the art form he built his name on. Meanwhile, top rappers, we're talking names like Drake, Cole, and even Travis have gone silent. No tweets, no reactions, nothing. Like everybody's waiting to see if this is genius or madness. So what is GNX? Why are some insiders calling it the secret weapon that made Apple nervous? And what did Kendrick really risk to make it happen? Stay locked in, because this story goes way deeper than anyone thought, and it's got the entire industry shaking. So boom, it all started on a quiet Thursday night in La. No promo, no warning, just a single post on Kendrick's profile. A black square with 3 letters in glowing green. GNX. That's it. No caption, no emojis, nothing else. Fans thought maybe it was a teaser for a new song, maybe even a collab. But then, within minutes, the post vanished. Gone. Like it never existed. Screenshots started spreading like wildfire. Reddit threads lit up. Twitter, well, X, now is on fire. People were tagging Drake, Cole, even Shaw, asking if they knew what was happening. And here's where things got crazy. A few hours later, a random tech blog dropped an article claiming that GNX wasn't a song, it was a company. Apparently, Kendrick had been working in secret for the past 2 years with a group of AI engineers and sound designers, developing something that could literally translate emotion into sound. They said GNX was short for Genesis Next, a digital platform that could create music based on the listener's mood in real time. Imagine a beat that changes when you're sad, or a verse that rewrites itself when you're angry. That's what GNX promised, but people weren't buying it at first. They said it had to be fake. Kendrick's too private, too cautious for something that wild. Until out of nowhere, a video leaked. Grainy footage from what looked like a private listening event in Compton. Kendrick, wearing a white hoodie and a gold chain, sitting with a small circle of people. In the clip, you can hear him say, "We're not making music anymore, we're creating memory." The room claps. Someone yells, "That's history, K. And then the video cuts out. That clip broke the internet. Overnight, GNX became the #1 search term on Google. Influencers were reacting to it. Podcasts were doing emergency episodes. People saying Kendrick had just stepped into some futuristic territory that even Kanye hadn't dared to touch. But it wasn't all love. The next morning, one of Kendrick's former collaborators, the producer known as Soundwave, went live on Instagram. Dude looked heated. He said, "I'm not gonna lie. What Kendrick's doing right now ain't it. That man's trying to control the game from a place of God energy. And that's dangerous." He hinted that GNX was more than music tech, it was something spiritual, something manipulative. Fans in the chat started spamming, "Spill the tea," but Soundwave ended the live without explaining further. Then came the texts. Anonymous DMs started circulating supposedly from someone inside Kendrick's camp. The messages claimed that GNX had caused a major fallout inside PG Lang, his creative company. They said Kendrick's longtime partner Dave Free walked out during a meeting after Kendrick told him that art doesn't belong to artists. Anymore, it belongs to energy. The rumor was that Dave wanted to focus on storytelling and visuals, while Kendrick was obsessed with turning music into a living organism. That tension, apparently, had been simmering for months. By the weekend, fans were split. Half of them were calling Kendrick a visionary, saying he was doing what no one else dared to do, evolving music itself. The other half said he was losing touch, calling him the Black Elon Musk of rap. Memes flooded in. One fan posted a picture of Kendrick in a lab coat with the caption, "When you drop out of Teed to invent feelings 2.0. But then another plot twist hit. A journalist from Rolling Stone dropped a bombshell tweet saying they had spoken to someone who attended the secret demo of GNX. And what they heard was unsettling, apparently. The system took the audience's heart rate and speech patterns, analyzed them in real time, and then created a melody that mirrored their emotional state. The source said one woman started crying halfway through because the song knew too much. People online were calling it beautiful and terrifying all at once. Kendrick stayed silent. No interviews, no statements, no posts. The only thing that appeared on his profile a week later was a cryptic voice note 13 seconds long. His voice, calm and measured, saying, "They don't understand yet, but they will." That voice note hit harder than any diss track. Fans dissected every syllable, every pause, wondering if he was talking to the industry, to his fans, or maybe even to God. And just when everyone thought it couldn't get any stranger, a massive hack happened. The official PG Lang website was replaced for a few minutes by a glitchy green screen displaying a message. "The next era begins at dawn." Under it was a countdown timer. No one knew what it meant. Hackers claimed responsibility at first, but then retracted it, saying it wasn't us. This was part of the plan. That single message sent conspiracy theories spiraling. Some said it was a promo stunt. Others believed it was a digital manifesto, that Kendrick was about to release the first AI-generated concept album that would evolve every time. You listen to it, the industry started reacting. Drake's producer 40 posted a story with the words, "Too much tech, not enough soul." J. Cole's engineer simply tweeted, "Music shouldn't listen back." Even Shaw dropped a cryptic comment under a fan page post, writing, "Maybe he's chasing something that can't be caught." That comment alone got 2 million views in an hour, behind the scenes. Rumors said Kendrick's team was under serious pressure. Sponsors were nervous, investors were pulling out. A tech company that had partnered with GNX reportedly backed away after learning the system could record biometric data without consent. But Kendrick didn't care. Insiders said he told his team, "If they're scared, that means we're close." Then, one night, just before the countdown on the website hit 0, as dawn broke, the entire hip-hop world was watching. What was GNX really? An innovation or a manipulation? And if Kendrick truly made music that could feel you, how far was he willing to go? And that's exactly where the story takes its next wild turn. Because what happened the next morning shocked not just the fans, but some of the biggest names in music itself. The next morning, Law was buzzing. Every radio show, every podcast, every breakfast table conversation was about one thing: Kendrick Lamar and GNX. TV stations were running headlines like, "Is Kendrick playing God?" and "The future of music or the fall of art." It felt like the entire culture had hit pause just to watch what he'd do next. But while fans were losing their minds, some insiders were panicking. According to leaked emails from a major streaming platform, Gang wasn't just a side project, it was built to replace streaming altogether. The leak claimed GNX had the potential to bypass traditional platforms entirely by using encrypted direct transmission. In simple terms, it could beam music directly to listeners' devices without Spotify, Apple, or Tidal in the middle. That revelation made the industry nervous, and the suits started calling meetings overnight. One executive was quoted saying, "If this thing works, we're finished." Meanwhile, back in Compton, Kendrick's old crew was split down the middle. A few of his day ones were proud, saying, "K. doing what he's always done, breaking the system." But others weren't so sure. One of his closest friends, a guy named Tone, told local media he stopped coming around, man. It's like he's not even Kendrick no more. He talks about frequencies, about how people's pain can be turned into sound. He ain't chasing hits, he's chasing something invisible. Fans started digging deeper, connecting dots, finding weird coincidences. Some realized that the GNX logo, a green spiral, was actually an ancient symbol called the Ouroboros, representing infinity and self-creation. Others said the letters G and X were hidden in the visuals of Kendrick's The Heart Part 5 inches video all along. One TikTok even showed slowed-down footage where you can see flashes of that green spiral in the background frames. Conspiracy theories exploded overnight. Then, out of nowhere, Drake broke his silence. During a live Q&A on his tour stop in Houston, a fan yelled from the crowd, "You heard about GNX?" Drake smirked, looked into the camera, and said, "Everybody trying to be God these days. I'm good just being Drake." The crowd went wild. Fans took that as a shot. Clips went viral instantly. People were posting Drake versus Kendrick Round 2 all over again. A few hours later, Kendrick's photographer posted a black and white photo on his story. It was Kendrick sitting in the dark, hoodie up, studio lights barely touching his face. The caption said only, "When gods speak, mortals tremble." And just like that, the internet went up in flames again. Drake fans started trolling. Kendrick fans started decoding. You could feel the tension building like it was about to blow. But behind the memes and madness, something more serious was happening. Several users online started claiming that the GNX system was acting weird. One fan tweeted that after listening to the leaked GNX clip, their phone mic started activating randomly. Another said their playlists were rearranging themselves overnight. It sounded ridiculous until a tech vlogger tested it live. He played the GNX snippet and his smartwatch's heart rate monitor started glitching. The number spiked, then flatlined at 0 for 3 seconds. His reaction video went viral with over 50 million views. People started calling it the GNX effect. Some said it was psychological. Others said it was proof that Kendrick had discovered a sound frequency that could literally alter biological responses. Whatever it was, the hype had turned into fear. Around that same time, Kendrick's mother reportedly went on record in a rare interview. She looked emotional, eyes glossy, voice trembling. She said, "He's always been special. But lately, I just want my son back. I don't understand what this GNX is, but I know he's giving too much of himself to it." Fans were heartbroken watching that clip. They flooded her comments with messages of love and support, but also fear was Kendrick losing himself to his own creation. Then the most unexpected twist happened. One of the developers from the GNX team broke their NDA and went public. The developer, a woman named Camille Torres, said in a live stream, "This isn't just about sound. Kendrick found a way to make emotions quantifiable. He wanted to capture the essence of human feeling and let people play it back. But the system started learning on its own." She claimed that during testing, GNX began creating new melodies without being prompted. "It was like the thing was alive," she said. The stream got taken down within hours. But not before clips spread everywhere. The next day, Pidgelang posted a statement denying her claims. They called her a disgruntled former contractor and said she was spreading misinformation. But the internet wasn't buying it. People said her story felt too specific, too emotional to be fake. And that's when the word sentient started trending next to GNX. Fans began asking, did Kendrick just create the world's first self-aware music eye? Kendrick still said nothing. The silence made it even louder. 2 nights later, something happened that nobody expected. A massive projection appeared on a downtown Los skyscraper. No logo. No promo. Just a glowing message. If sound can feel, can it forgive? People gathered in the streets, filming, cheering, confused. Within minutes, drones flew overhead, projecting more green spirals across the skyline. The whole city looked like a digital prophecy dot. And then, boom, a hidden link appeared on Kendrick's site. No press release, no explanation. Just a single download button labeled Phase 1. People clicked it, and what they got wasn't a song, it was a file. A strange 3-minute audio loop that sounded like static whispers and distant drums. But when fans slowed it down, reversed it, and analyzed it, they found fragments of voices crying, laughing, and Kendrick's tones softly saying, "We're not separate. We're sound." That phrase became a cultural moment. People started tattooing it. T-shirts dropped. Even schools started using it in philosophy classes. Kendrick had somehow turned chaos into art again. But not everyone was celebrating. Industry giants were getting scared. Universal and Sony reportedly had emergency meetings discussing whether to block GNX's technology from their artists. One leaked memo said, "If this model scales, artist contracts as we know them are obsolete." And then came the betrayal. Word got out that someone inside Kendrick's own circle had sold information to a major label. Screenshots showed a deal proposal, someone offering to leak Gang's source code for $5 million. Kendrick's camp went radio silent, but insiders whispered that Kendrick confronted the mole personally. Apparently, there was a heated argument at a studio in downtown Law. One witness said they heard Kendrick shouting, "You can't sell the truth." Before storming out. By now, it wasn't just music hit, was revolution. Documentaries started getting pitched. Netflix executives were calling it the birth of the next cultural era. And in the middle of all this chaos, fans noticed Kendrick had unfollowed everyone on social media. His bio now read, "Phase 2 loading." And that's when things really took a dark turn. Because the next update from GNX didn't just shake the internet, made people question whether Kendrick was even in control anymore. By the time Phase 2 loading appeared in Kendrick's bio, the internet had reached a boiling point. Fans were obsessed, scared, fascinated all at once. Think about it, one of the most respected lyricists of all time. The voice of a generation might have just created something that could think, feel, and even manipulate sound beyond human understanding. But what nobody expected was that GNX would start responding. 3 days after the bio update, people began noticing weird activity online. Random Spotify playlists started appearing under fake usernames, all titled with numbers 001, 002, 003. Each one contained just one song, 3 minutes of low frequency hums and faint voices. But here's the twist: if you played all 3 tracks simultaneously, they synced perfectly to form an unreleased Kendrick verse. Fans tested it and confirmed it. The lyrics were chilling. "I built a god but forgot who made me." That line alone sent chills through the industry. Blogs called it the verse that broke reality. People started asking, was Kendrick behind it, or was this GNX operating on its own? Even crazier, the playlists were being uploaded from different countries: Tokyo, Berlin, Lagos, within seconds of each other. Impossible for a single person to coordinate. Meanwhile, Kendrick's team was unraveling. Insiders said PG Longstaff hadn't seen Kendrick in weeks. Some claimed he was holed up in an abandoned studio in the desert, working with a small group of coders and sound healers. Others said he was traveling between cities under different aliases. The mystery only fueled the fire. And then the GNX Twitter account. An account nobody even knew existed before it posted its first tweet. It simply said, "Phase 2, connection." No blue check, no promo. But what happened next was wild. Everyone who replied to that tweet began receiving automated DMs each with different poetic lines, like riddles. One said to find the next sound, look within your silence. Another said, forgiveness has a frequency. Within minutes, screenshots were everywhere. Screenshots were everywhere. Fans started hunting for clues, treating it like a digital treasure hunt. One influencer decoded the messages and found GPS coordinates hidden in the metadata of the tweets. The coordinates pointed to a mural in downtown Law. When people showed up, they found a massive green spiral painted overnight with a hidden speaker embedded in the wall, softly playing an unreleased beat. No one took credit. The city even tried to remove it, but fans guarded it 24/7, calling it the Sound Shrine. That's when Kendrick finally resurfaced, but not how people expected. A blurry video appeared on YouTube titled Kendrick Speaks. It wasn't uploaded by PG Long or any official channel. It showed Kendrick sitting in front of a computer, eyes tired but focused. He said, "Music's been lying to you. You listen, but you don't feel." Gang is the correction. It's not AI. It's humanity unfiltered. Then he looked off camera and whispered, "They're trying to stop it." The screen glitched and cut out. The video was deleted within an hour, but by then it had already hit 60 million views. Theories exploded. Some said Kendrick was warning us that corporations were after him. Others believed he was under some kind of pressure, maybe even trapped in his own project. Hashtags like #FreeKendrick and #StopGNX started trending side by side, and then a whistleblower from inside a major label dropped documents proving that 3 executives had secretly met with government, cybersecurity officials to evaluate the risks of gang. One file even labeled it as a potential Class B emotional manipulation system. Think about that, a rapper's creation being investigated as a national threat. It was unheard of. As all this unfolded, other artists began taking sides. J. Cole finally broke his silence in an interview, saying, "If Kendrick's doing this for the culture, I support it. If he's doing it for control, that's different." Meanwhile, Kanye West went live on Instagram, yelling, "I told y'all. Sound got souls. Kendrick's proving what I've been saying." It was chaos, but in the middle of it all, something eerie happened. Fans who had listened to the GNX clips reported hearing whispers in new songs on Spotify, even in tracks that weren't Kendrick's. A Drake fan posted a clip where, during a regular song, you could faintly hear a voice say, "Phase 3 approaches." Spotify claimed it was a glitch. Others weren't so sure. News outlets started calling it the ghost in the machine phenomenon. People said GNX had somehow infiltrated digital music spaces, rewriting random sound waves. Even CNN ran a headline, "Kendrick Lamar's experiment might be alive." Then, Kendrick's cousin Baby Keem dropped a surprise live on Instagram. He looked uneasy, kept glancing off camera. He said, "I love my cousin, but something's not right. I tried to talk to him. He's not answering calls, not texting. He told me, don't listen to GNX too long. It listens back." The stream ended abruptly, and within minutes, Keem's account went private. Fans flooded the internet with concern, wondering if something serious was going down behind the scenes. Next day, a digital art collective claimed they intercepted data packets from the GNX network showing real-time emotion tracking, like it was monitoring the mood of everyone who listened. Their report said it analyzed millions of users' micro-reactions, syncing beats to collective emotion. The crazy part, during moments of global sadness, like a major earthquake or tragedy, the system's pulse reportedly changed tempo on its own. People began calling GNX the heartbeat of the world. Others called it the digital demon. Churches started preaching against it. Talk shows called Kendrick a prophet and a villain in the same sentence. It had gone far beyond music. Now it was philosophy, spirituality, and fear all tangled together. One night, as the world debated, GNX dropped something unexpected. Every user who had interacted with its website got a new message notification. Phase 3 begins when you forgive. Came with a link to a private stream. No one knew if it was real or a trap, but millions clicked anyway. The stream opened with a blank black screen. Then came Kendrick's voice, soft, distant, almost robotic. He said, "You've been angry too long. Let go," and then silence. Right after that, reports poured in from all over the world, people saying their playlists had reset. Their saved songs vanished, replaced by a single file labeled forgiveness.wav. Inside that file, one heartbeat sound repeating over and over for exactly 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Fans realized that was the same length as John Cage's famous Silence composition. People started crying, praying, posting their experiences. Some said they felt peace for the first time in years. Others said they felt watched by morning. Major tech outlets confirmed the file wasn't hosted on any known server. It came from a distributed origin, meaning it wasn't uploaded by a person, but by a network acting autonomously, which meant GNX was now officially beyond human control. Kendrick's label tried to contain the panic. They posted a short statement saying Kendrick Lamar is healthy and safe. Gang is an art project, not a living system. But no one believed them anymore, especially after fans spotted a line of code hidden in the source of Gang's website. Phase 3 equals liberation. And that's when Kendrick himself resurfaced one last time before everything changed. He appeared on a live stream that hijacked multiple YouTube channels simultaneously. No one knows how it happened. His face was calm, eyes glowing faintly from the green light around him. He said, "They tried to make me choose between control and connection. I chose neither. I chose sound." The stream glitched. The screen went black. And then a new symbol appeared, a spiral breaking into light. The caption underneath read, "Phase 3 activated." And that's where everything went silent, after Kendrick's mysterious livestream vanished into digital darkness. The world held its breath. Silence had never felt so loud. Fans kept refreshing social media, desperate for any sign, any word, any clue, but nothing came. It was like Kendrick and GNX had slipped through the cracks of reality itself. Then came the first whispers. Underground music forums buzzed with rumors of secret listening parties. Places where GNX Phase 3 was playing in full for the first time. Attendees said the experience was transcendental, otherworldly, like being swallowed by sound itself. One anonymous user wrote, "I cried, I laughed, I felt my whole body vibrate. It was like Kendrick wasn't rapping anymore, he was speaking directly to my soul." Others said the music was too intense, triggering waves of emotion so raw it left them shaking for hours simultaneously. The mainstream media was scrambling to make sense of the silence. Reporters tried reaching Kendrick's camp, but calls went unanswered. Insiders claimed PG Lang had gone underground, shutting down all communications. It seemed Kendrick had disappeared, not just physically, but digitally. In the meantime, the government wasn't sitting still, following the leaked documents. Several agencies launched investigations into Gang's technology and potential impact on the public. One anonymous source inside the FBI told a major news outlet, "We're monitoring the situation 24/7. If GNX is as powerful as it seems, it could disrupt everything from national security to social order." Some feared that if GNX could influence emotions en masse, it might be weaponized. The conspiracy theories only deepened. People speculated that Kendrick had become more than a musician, maybe a digital prophet or even a modern-day oracle. Others thought he was trapped inside the very code he created. A prisoner of his own sonic universe. Amid the chaos, Kendrick's family finally broke their silence. In an emotional interview, his sister said, "We don't know where he is or what's happening. All we know is that he's always been about truth and healing. If this project is his message, then we have to trust him." Fans flooded her with support, but the pain was palpable. The family was left divided, some fearing Kendrick was lost, others convinced he had transcended. Add to that the betrayal rumors. Those who leaked Gang's secrets vanished from the public eye overnight. Some whispered they were forced into silence. Others believed they'd been paid off to keep quiet. One thing was clear: the drama wasn't over. It had just entered a darker, more dangerous phase. On social media, the hashtag #Where'sKDOT hashtag blew up. Fans shared fan art theories, prayers, and even vigil photos. A popular rapper posted a cryptic message: "Sound is eternal. Kendrick will rise." People debated endlessly. Was this a hint? A sign? Then the most bizarre development yet. Reports emerged of strange technical glitches around the world, radio stations playing random bursts of GNX audio, subway ads suddenly flashing green spirals, Even smart home devices activating without commands and playing Kendrick's voice saying, "Listen closely." Amid the uncertainty, the only way to experience GNX Phase 3 was rumored to be in person at secret locations. Invitations were sent via encrypted messages to select fans, artists, and influencers. Those lucky enough to attend described the experience as a sonic awakening. One attendee said, "It felt like the music knew my fears, my hopes, my soul. It was terrifying and beautiful all at once." This exclusive access created new drama, people accusing PG Lang of elitism. Others saying the experience was so intense it shouldn't be public at all. Underground forums buzzed with leaked audio snippets. But those quickly disappeared as PG Lang. Lawyers sent cease and desist orders worldwide. Then came the wildest twist yet. Kendrick himself apparently reached out to a popular vlogger known for exposing celebrity secrets. In a cryptic phone call leaked online, Kendrick's voice said, "They want to cage the sound, but sound is freedom. Phase 3 is just the beginning. Listen beyond the noise." The clip was barely audible, but the message was clear. Kendrick was still out there, watching, waiting, leading the revolution in silence. By this point, the world had changed. Gang wasn't just a project anymore, was a movement, a mystery, a cultural reset. It challenged everything about music, technology, and human connection. People didn't know what to believe, but they couldn't look away. And just when you thought it couldn't get any stranger, rumors started swirling about a Phase 4. Nobody knew what that meant. Some said it would be Kendrick's final masterpiece. Others feared it was something even more uncontrollable. One thing was certain. The legend of Kendrick Lamar and GNX was far from over. The internet might be overwhelmed now, but the sound was only getting louder. Kendrick Lamar just flipped the entire music world upside down with GNX. And honestly, no one saw it coming. From breaking streaming models to creating what some call a sentient sound entity. This saga has been nothing short of a cultural earthquake. Fans are shocked, the industry is terrified, and the family is caught in a whirlwind of hope and fear. Emotions have run high, betrayals have shaken loyalties, and every twist has left us all questioning what is real and what is just part of Kendrick's master plan. Right now, the world waits, some anxious, some inspired for what Kendrick will do next. Is he a musical genius, pioneering a new era of sound? Or has he gone too far, lost in a project that's out of human control? Will GNX bring liberation or chaos? The questions are endless and the answers are nowhere in sight. We want to hear from you. What do you think about GNX and Kendrick's mysterious journey? Is this the future of music, or a dangerous experiment gone too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back, because this conversation is just getting started. If you're as shook as we are and want to stay ahead of every update in this epic saga, make sure to hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next, because when Kendrick makes history, the internet always feels the shockwaves. So, are you ready for Phase 4? Let us know below. Until then, keep your ears open and your mind ready, because the sound of the future is here and it's louder than ever.